That was sexy. Hey everybody, this is Brandi Pettijohn, and this is another installment of Doc the Artist. I am the narrator and the photographer of this blog or vlog. I'm not down with the lingo yet. This week's installment is featuring Fahamu Pecou, artist, painter extraordinaire, and the crafter of Fahamu is the Shit campaign. If anybody is in Atlanta or abroad who knows him, you know that he has crafted a campaign called Fahamu Pecou is the Shit. And this is one of the representations of his work, which is that he's featuring himself on magazines, and I'll get into that in a minute. But I met him in the nightlife scene here, and he would always give me this face that you see before you right now, like this really serious face, but it wouldn't always be like that. Like, he would be having a good time and everything, and then the camera would come out, and then he would give me the serious face, like, you know, what's up? I'd be like, what the hell? I just want like a regular face, you know, like a regular smile. And he would never give it to me. And so when I told him about Doc the Artist, I was like, okay, I'm gonna come. And I was thinking to myself, I was like, oh my goodness, I hope he doesn't do that face the whole time, because I don't know what I'm gonna do with myself. So anyway, he didn't, as you can see, and he let me come into his space and photograph him just doing this painting that he's working on for one of the shows that's coming up. But back to the whole magazine thing. So Fahamu's deal basically is that he is crafting, this is what I gather from it, he is crafting an alternative universe of Fahamu Pecou is the Shit, and how Fahamu Pecou is featured on every magazine cover that's cool and hip and artful. And so when I first met him, I don't know if I realized that he wasn't on those magazines. It didn't take me that long. I'm not that dumb. But at first I was like, oh, he's been on some shit, you know. But then it was like, oh, wait a minute. He's crafting this universe for himself. And so I guess that's called neopop, I think. And he's crafting an alternative universe for himself, to promote himself, to market himself and his art. At the same time, what's happening is it's creating another reality that otherwise might not have been available to him. A lot of artists that do not reside in these art capitals in this country and just around the world have difficulty after you know, art school, or even if they're self-taught, following the methods that are laid out in books and classes that tell you, okay, now that you've gone through this art process and you have a portfolio, this is what you do. You put everything on a disc, or you get yourself a portfolio, and then you send everything to galleries and you're going to be fine. And that's not really what happens for a lot of artists. And so what he's done is he's really taken what he felt like he wanted to happen, which is the whole magazine idea, and he created it for himself. So it's I don't want to say a hyper way of being creative. It's a multi-pronged way of being creative, and taking not only your art, but what you need from your art to create the reality that that is desired for you. And that's what he's done. And that's why his story is so important, because we all need to kind of do that. I had a conversation with a couple of other artists, and it was about social change. And basically I feel like the only way we can really get that going appropriately is to be able to take control about how we are marketing ourselves and putting ourselves out there. And he is a good example of how that is done, and done well. His information is going to scroll across the screen soon. It is Fahamu Pecou Art. Mine is going to scroll as well. You can write it down. Google us. It doesn't, you know, there's not so many Fahamu Pecous and Brandi Pettijohns out there, so you'll be fine Googling that. Art Beats and Lyrics in Baltimore this Friday at 7 p.m. at the Hippodrome. Come check me out, say hi, and I appreciate y'all for checking in.